talked about making guided light tips and whatnot. Guided and durable light tips.
How y'all doing?
Hola, senor. It's me, Coyote.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous, y'all. I gotta admit, you never know who's up in here at the moment.
See?
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, the danger you're putting yourself in is not lost on us. Whatsoever.
Oh no, I'm absolutely petrified because I got a pretty good thing cut out for myself in here, you know, so I'm really not trying to ruin it, but I also want, you know, justice to be served for this one. A cop lost their life, and then I heard, you know, there was a council member that was involved the day before, so it's kind of a lot, you know, and I just, I wanted to see if I could maybe use it to my advantage at all. It sounds terrible, but I learned a lot of stuff in here from being in here and just listening and helping.
Well, you know, senor, everybody is dealt a set of cards, and you're just playing your cards. Is
Right.
There's no, you know, there's nothing to accuse you of there.
I mean, there's a phrase, the actions of a few affect many. And few people being selfish has caused not one but 2 lives to end. It's caused dozens of people's lives being impacted forever, maybe even, you know, damn near 100.
Can you clarify something for me? So, Bobby and mostly Karma, you say they were the ones giving you a hard time, and someone came here and supported you and made them ease up a bit?
Yeah, they were treating us like shit for like 3 days, and you know, Mr. K and CG jumped the fence. Okay, so you know, this is starting to go into like how much I can actually tell, because like, and I'm going against lifer code here as well with like, you know, I'm a part of an organization in here of the lifers, you know. And if they found out I was doing this, you know, even though I am an OG, it wouldn't matter, you know what I mean? So I came in here and I was making friends with all the guards because that's how I felt the best way to, you know, live in this place and be, you know, happy was just the people that could make your life hell, you know, let's be friends, you know? So I just mentioned to this guy or whatever, well, if you guys are ever hear of anybody looking for these certain things, you know, you let me know. And then the day later, they all came in here, you know, Mr. K and the rest of the organization, and they, you know, put Bobby down and Carmine and put them in their place and basically told them, you know, these guys are going to get better treatment. They're going to get to have phones. You're going to let them work. You're going to let them do their jobs. Telling him that I told him that we can do these things that they're looking for on the outside. I don't know how much y'all are really trying to know or whatever, but
when you say technology, or let me follow. So a man coming in here, and he telling you why he in here, how well he's connected.
Well, I'm getting friendly with all the guards. Here.
Which guard is that?
His name is Richard.
Bingo. So when
they
actually
liked Richard, you know, we got along good.
When they transfer you here, Richard was already working here?
Yeah, he already worked here. There was only like a few or a handful of them that, you know, were working voluntarily, you know, still didn't get their keys yet.
Right.
But Richard was one that had one.
So
yeah, he was.
So you transfer here, Richard is here, you guys bump into each other, you're shooting the shit. He say to you that, you know,
I mentioned it to him because he was talking about how connected he is or whatever. So I was trying to find my purpose. I'm like, well, I got these things. What are they for?
What things in particular?
Like lithium-ion batteries. Because, you know, all these jobs we do, we get bits of material and scrap. And then eventually, once you're, you know, good enough with the guy in the cafeteria, he'll start teaching you some stuff.
Holy shit. No. So you said batteries, and what else did you say?
Flight controller chips. It's the components you need to make these drones.
I'll tell you, I saw a man outside MRPD one day standing on top of a drone, flying it. Is that what you're talking about?
Fella?
Oh shit! Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that was my work.
So you made that shit?
I just made the components for it. That, you know, they have to go and get the blueprint and materials and actually put it together or whatever, but without us, they can't do it.
Have you guys ever seen the Green Goblin before? Yeah, this is it, man. This is the Green Goblin.
Holy shit.
And I'm just scared for my life, honestly. Like, the only people I'm around here are fucking hardened criminals and shit like that.
And the DOC workers you used to know who are now gone.
Coyote, have you told them about like our CI guidelines and stuff like that?
No, I don't know any.
So I'm not 100% sure.
Bro, don't call him a CI right now. Do not call him a CI right now.
I would assume it's still the same thing when it comes to CIs and like.
Please don't call him a CI right now and tell him he's gonna be a snitch for us.
From everything, and our top priority is your safety.
It kind of all changed the next day, you know, when Carmine decided that, you know, these people need to be deserving of going out on a work release or whatever, and he took everybody out, even though the whole plan was to just break out the entire time. It's like Carmine should be charged with some kind of treason or something, enemy of the state, in my opinion.
When you say you were on the telephone, and the man said that was him, who were you talking to?
The guy that said that he flew or was on the plane?
See.
All right. Let me see here. We were on a last name basis, but somebody used my phone one time and saved his contact. Alex Suarez.
No shit.
So Suarez
Yep.
was the one flying the plane?
I couldn't say which role he played. He said I dropped him. I dropped him in.
So Terranova and Suarez were both in the plane.
I don't know that other fellow's name. I only know the Suarez guy.
So Suarez was the one calling you asking for equipment, these drone stuff for the batteries and stuff like that.
I was doing something different for him. But yeah.
Can you say what it was you were doing?
I do advanced lockpicks as well. I can make like a couple different versions of lockpicks than you can't get on the outside that are better.
You talked about making the guided lockpicks and whatnot, guided and durable lockpicks. Who have you made these for?
Mostly, honestly, CG or whatever, and then a couple for Civ Gang.
Okay. Have you made any for Alex Suarez directly?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he was coming to pick up. He's probably one of the guys using us the most, to be honest, out of all of them.
Really?
So, one question in relation to this. Do you believe that Alex Suarez is affiliated with CG or Civ Gang?
Definitely CG, if either.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
because he was in here the I laid low when it all went down.
Look, I want you to know going forward, you have my number. You can call anytime if you need something, okay?
So one more thing that stuck out to me that might help y'all or whatever. The night DOC or the day everybody got fired or whatever, you know. So I think it was the same day that the transport got taken over or whatever. There was a sketchy figure walking around in here, and everybody was supposedly had lost their keys and wasn't supposed to be around. And I ran up, and it was Richard here in a weird disguise. And I go, what was going on or whatever? What happened? He goes, everybody got fired or whatever. And I've been taken out of the prison, you know, many times because of good behavior and stuff. And I says, well, who unshackled them? Because to get out of the prison, you got to be shackled. And when you're in shackles, you have a collar on that is a GPS collar. And so I asked him, I says, well, who unshackled them? And I said, did like Carmine get, you know, they said, oh, it went off the road and we got held. And I said, what, Carmine got held up and he did it? He says, no, they got away in the shackles and Gary did it because Gary's Mr. K's son or whatever. But I was talking to Gary that whole time and I was just like, I really don't think it's Gary. I just helped him like.
But it was Richard. This is after the prison break or before?
This was after the prison break because everybody was fired. Nobody was supposed to be here.
But he still had his keys.
He did, yeah.
So so if somebody, so the question is, who unshackled the prisoners
like I said, he told me Carmine, like Richard kind of fucked up because he goes, he could have just said Carmine got held up or whatever, and I would have believed that. But he goes, Gary did it after they left, and it's like they're tracked or whatever. What do you mean? Like even if he met him right away, you'd still see where they went.
So they were unshackled.
Gary,
so they were
I called Gary that night. Richard was running from Gary, being like scared because Gary's like, "You son of a bitch, Richard! You fucked us all," or whatever. And he's yelling at Gary or yelling at Richard, and Richard's running away from him. And he was, but Gary didn't have fucking keys, so he couldn't like go through the doors like Richard could. So Richard ran through one of the doors. I mean, there ain't no reason Carmine should have ever taken any of them out on a trip. I mean, it took us weeks of being on good behavior to even get a chance to like get out of these walls at all, you know? So why would he just take a whole team of like somebody that actually just committed terrorism and like the riot the day before and just get them all in a bus and think they're gonna make it?
Thank you, Senor Smelly.
If you need to like, you know, I give you permission to like, you know, not that you need it, but if you need to look up phone kind of stuff or whatever, you know, to make that shit all connected.
We have your permission now to subpoena your phone record.
Sure.
Will you allow us to do a week before and a week after the death?
A week before and a week after?
See.
Yeah, I mean, there's you go ahead or whatever. There's probably just you know, go ahead. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Senor.
All right.
We got that right. Hi, command. Something happened. Call me. Dun dun dun. How are you? Hoping you're not dead. I don't know how I feel about this. What's your relationship? I don't trust him. I'll wait for a check every 5 minutes if I'm not dead. If I'm dead. Having a talk here. Good. 9622. Who are you? 9622. Who is this? Stanley Miller! Little Tugs! Good for now. Pigeon and... Wait, what? Tugs wasn't on the plane. Pigeon was flying the plane, and Suarez pushed him out.
Bro, I need to go put my my green Halo outfit on. I could be the green fucking goblin.
Oh my fucking
I think if I
God.
sit on it, I'll stay on it better.
I don't know, man.